What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my movie collection for 2016 and part 1 of the Criterion Collection. Yes, Criterion Collection of course has to be organized by spine number as opposed to my other sections, which are usually alphabetical. So let's get started. So first we start off with spine number 1. Grand Illusion from 1937, Jean Renoir's anti-war classic. Great film. Spine number 2, we have Seven Samurai, of course, my favorite Akira Kurosawa film from 1954. Just a classic, great film. Got the nice sort of extra special edition reissue. Up next, spine number 3, we have Alfred Hitchcock's The Lady Vanishes from 1938. Spine number 4, we have Armageddon, Federico Fellini classic from 1974. Spine number 5, we have The 400 Blows, great film by Francois Truffaut from 1959. Up next, we have a couple of John Woo classics. Spine number 8, The Killer from 1989 with Chow Yun-fat, just a fantastic movie, probably my favorite John Woo film next to Face Off. And also spine number 9, we have Hard Boiled from 1992, again with Chow Yun-fat, two great operatic action movies in the style of classic John Woo, of course. Alright, spine number 11, we have Ingmar Bergman's The Seventh Seal, great film from 1956. Gorgeous cinematography. Up next we have, I think this might be out of order actually. Let's see what spine number these are. Yeah, these are 14, 15, and 16, so they're out of order. That's my bad. We'll get to those in a minute. Alright. Okay. Spine number 12. This is Spinal Tap, great rock mockumentary directed by Rob Reiner from 1984, of course. Just a great, hilarious film. Spine number 13, we have Silence of the Lambs from 1991. Of course, Oscar-winning film directed by Jonathan Demme with Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins. Scott Glenn, of course, I showed my other edition in the thriller section. Okay, now moving on to the Samurai Trilogy, spine number 14, 15, and 16, great films from the 1950s, Musashi Miyamoto from 1954, Duel at Ichijoji Temple from 1955, and Duel at Ganryu Island 1956, my favorite of the trilogy. Yeah, three great films directed by Hiroshi Inagaki. Alright, spine number 17, we have Salo, or The 120 Days of Sodom. Of course, great, highly controversial film from Pier Paolo Pasolini from 1975. Hard to watch, but worth it. Yeah, it's a good looking movie, but some scenes I'd rather not see again, to be honest. Alright, spine number 20, Sid and Nancy, great film from 1986. Directed by Alex Cox with Gary Oldman. Yeah, classic film about the Sex Pistols. Spine number 23, we have Paul Verhoeven's RoboCop from 1987, of course, just a classic. Yeah, all these are pretty much out of print, these editions anyway. But yeah, I loved the first RoboCop, was never really a fan of the sequels. I did like the remake a little bit. I show that in my sci-fi section. Up next we have High and Low from Akira Kurosawa, spine number 24, I think. If I can read that right, it's hard. Yeah, 24. Yeah, from 1963, good film. Spine number 26, we have The Long Good Friday from 1980, great British gangster film with Bob Hoskins and Helen Mirren. Spine number 29, we have Picnic at Hanging Rock, a great film directed by Peter Weir from 1975. Yeah, Peter Weir, one of my favorite directors, great Aussie director. Alright, moving on down here. We have Fritz Lang's M from 1931, Spine Number 30. Great film with Peter Lorre. Fantastic performance by him in that. Spine Number 31, Great Expectations from 1946. David Lean classic. Spine Number 33, we have Nanook of the North. From 1922, a silent film documentary about an Inuit tribe in the Arctic Circle. Yeah, I remember I saw that in college back in the day. Up next, Spine Number 34, we have Andrei Tarkovsky's Andrei Rublev from 1963, I believe. It might have been it says 1966 here. I thought it was earlier. Anyway, moving on. Up next we have Diabolique from 1955. Henri Georges Clouzot, Spine Number 35. Okay, Spine Number 36, we have The Wages of Fear, another great film by Henri Georges Clouzot from 1953. Up next, we have Spine Number 37, Time Bandits, a great Terry Gilliam film from 1981. Spine Number 40, we have Armageddon from 1998, of course, Michael Bay's film about a deadly asteroid with Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck, Liv Tyler, Billy Bob Thornton, Steve Buscemi. I enjoy Armageddon. It's kind of ridiculous at times, and the way it's cut is really unbearable at times, but I really enjoyed the film. Always have. Spine Number 41, we have Henry V, directed by Laurence Olivier, who of course stars in the film. Great movie about the I think about the Battle of Agincourt. Great movie. Up next we have Insomnia, the Swedish original from 1997, Spine Number 47. Yeah, Christopher Nolan remake in 2002 with Al Pacino, of course, of that movie. The original is really good as well. Up next, we have Spine Number 49, Knights of Cabiria. Excuse me, from Federico Fellini, great film from 1957. Okay, Spine Number 51. Having the strain here to read the spine numbers. Brazil, Terry Gilliam classic, of course, from 1985. Spine Number 52 and 53, two Akira Kurosawa classics with Toshiro Mifune, Yojimbo from 1961, and Sanjuro from 1962. Okay, Spine Number 55, The Unbearable Lightness of Being, a great film directed by Philip Kaufman with Lena Olin, just a fantastic film from 1988. Spine Number 56, we have Alfred Hitchcock's The 39 Steps from 1935. Spine Number 57, Charade, a great film by Stanley Donen from 1963 with Cary Grant and Audrey Hepburn. Terrific film. Okay, Spine Number 62. We have The Passion of Joan of Arc. Great silent classic, beautiful film, directed by Carl Theodor Dreyer from 1928. Just a great movie. Okay, up next we have The Third Man from 1949. Yeah, directed by Carol Reed. Just a fantastic movie with Joseph Cotton and Orson Welles. I've always wanted to get the special 3-disc edition of this movie, but the price of it is pretty high, and I've never pulled the trigger on it. But I've always wanted to upgrade that edition of that. Up next we have that was Spine Number 64, by the way. Spine Number 65, Rushmore, of course, directed by Wes Anderson. Great film from 1998 with Bill Murray, Jason Schwartzman, Olivia Williams. Just a hilarious movie. Okay, Spine number 70, The Last Temptation of Christ, from 1988, directed by Martin Scorsese, of course, with Willem Dafoe. Of course, I dropped it. Spine number 75, Chasing Amy, 1997, great film directed by Kevin Smith, with Ben Affleck, Jason Lee, and Joey Lauren Adams. Yeah, one of Kevin Smith's best films. Up next, we have Spine number 76. Hard to read that. Brief Encounter, another David Lean classic from 1945. Spine number 78, The Bank Dick from 1940, W.C. Fields classic. Spine number 82, we have Laurence Olivier's Hamlet from 1948. Spine number 85, we have Pygmalion from 1938. Yeah, great film. Spine number 91, I believe. We have The Blob from 1958. Great film with Steve McQueen. Early performance by him. Great sci-fi classic from the 50s. Okay, up next we have Spine number 93, I believe. It's hard to read. Lighting's not great in here at the moment. Black Narcissus from 1947, directed by Michael Powell and Emmerich Pressburger. Great looking film. Up next we have Spine number 97, Spike Lee's Do the Right Thing from 1989. Probably my favorite Spike Lee film, just a great movie. Up next, Spine number 98, we have La Ventura, directed by Michelangelo Antonioni from 1960. Okay, Spine number 101, we have Ingmar Bergman's Cries and Whispers from 1972, one of his best. Alright, up next we have Spine number 103, The Lady Eve, directed by Preston Sturges. Great, hilarious film from 1941 with Barbara Stanwyck and Henry Fonda. Up next, Spine number 105, Spartacus, Stanley Kubrick's Spartacus, of course, from 1960 with Kirk Douglas. Great film, just epic, absolutely love it. Spine number 108, we have The Rock, my favorite Michael Bay film, of course, with Sean Connery, Nicolas Cage, Ed Harris. I love everything about this movie, directed by Michael Bay. My favorite Michael Bay film, that's for sure. Yeah, just a great action movie from start to finish. I kind of look at Sean Connery as a old James Bond in that film. He's basically playing an older version of James Bond, and that's why I love that film so much. Spine number 114, My Man Godfrey from 1946, directed by Gregory LaCava. Okay, Spine number 116, almost pulled out. Same one again. The Hidden Fortress, Akira Kurosawa classic from 1958. Spine number 118, I believe that says. Hard to read. Sullivan's Travels from 1941. Another great film by Preston Sturges with Veronica Lake. Love the cover art on that one. Spine number 135. Onto the Alfred Hitchcock trilogy in this Criterion Collection. Yeah, Rebecca from 1940, just a great film, one of Hitchcock's best. These are all really hard out of print to find. 136, Spellbound, again, Alfred Hitchcock from 1945. And 136, or is it 137? Yeah, 137, Notorious from 1946 with Cary Grant and Ingrid Bergman. Just a great film. Alright, up next we have Rashomon, Spine number 138. Was that right? Or 139, 138. Yeah, Akira Kurosawa's classic from 1951. Great film. Up next we have Spine number 139, The Wild Strawberries from 1957, great film directed by Ingmar Bergman. And last but not least, for part one of this, I'm going to end right here at 140. and that is Federico Fellini's 8.5 from 1963. Just a great film, one of Fellini's best. So that is part one of Criterion Collection. Up next will be part 2. Thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see you.